So welcome everybody to the first episode of the Speakeasy segments.
Yes, sir.
We have decided that we are going to be bringing you some extra content along the weeks. So you don't only have to look forward to the one episode every Friday, but you also have some smaller clips, smaller videos that you could look forward to in the middle of the week.
Exactly.
And as the first segment, we have chosen to do hot takes.
Some hot takes.
A very popular trend going around. And for this one, you've prepared some hot takes for us, Joey.
I have indeed.
And you will throw them out, and then we will debate whether or not we agree with the hot take. Is that how it works?
Yes, sir. Yep, I pulled them. I pulled them from Reddit and Twitter. So y'all have been wilding.
And as always,
some of them.
If you have any hot takes, put them below.
Yep.
Also, let us know what you think about the hot takes in this video. And Joey, why don't you start us off with the first one?
All right. So we stay on theme of the last episode we did, and the first tweet that I put in was, "The Weeknd has the most iconic voice of this generation."
Ooh. I will say, you haven't told me what the hot takes are before, so this is my first, live reaction. Of this generation. That's a big one.
This generation, yeah.
Okay, so who's in contention for you? Should we put some names out there?
Yeah, okay, so with this generation, I would probably take 2000's onward.
Yes, I agree.
But I would say like a Beyonce.
Agreed.
I mean, a Taylor Swift, a Drake.
Could be. Yeah, Drake. Yes, I agree. Adele.
Adele for sure. But I could get behind it in terms of like the moment you hear a note, even a millisecond of his voice, I feel like I could already.
Yes, and so read me the tweet once more.
Okay. The Weeknd has the most iconic voice of this generation.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. You instantly know when it's him. Abel pops up, it's, this Abel.
Yep.
But I think actually for me, it's probably Adele or Beyonce as the two most.
Yes. Yeah. I thought of Beyonce as well.
With that said, I will agree he is definitely making a push for it. With both Beyonce having I don't want to say slow down, but she's not using her voice to the same extent that she was before, and Adele obviously only dropping albums every like fourth year or something, it seems.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like in that sense, I think it comes down to Adele or The Weeknd for me, because those are very very distinct voices. You are never in doubt when you hear Adele pop on the radio. Exactly. You're never in doubt when you hear The Weeknd pop up. Oh, that's tough. I could see an argument for it.
Yeah, I know.
But I think the thing I will give to The Weeknd is that he's like done more genres. He's experimented more with genres.
Out.
Yes,
he's branching out a lot.
Yeah. Where Adele has stayed in her lane, but Adele has definitely been in the game longer. It seems like in the mainstream media, whatever, longer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so tough.
I know. I could this rate. I mean, we could just rate it as like a how hot of a take it is.
Okay, let's do that. Yes, I think that's a good idea. I think it is a hot take.
So we don't have. Yeah, it's like we don't have to necessarily answer like if it's actually true or not.
Okay, we can do that.
If it's 100%, then we're like, okay, this is this is it.
This is a very spicy take, I feel, because I don't think a lot of people will throw him out as one of the first three.
No,
actually, now that I think about it, who we haven't mentioned that should probably have a mention in there? Ed Sheeran.
Oh fuck! Oh yeah, that fucking little redhead. Yeah, probably
that ginger guy from the UK.
Man can sing.
Yeah, and he's
he has
I will say The Weeknd has the most streamed song on Spotify. Blinding Lights overtook Ed Sheeran in that process. That's how I remembered. Oh, it's a very spicy take, I will say.
Yeah.
If you
I would give this a solid 9 out of 10 of spice.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
If you put it as the most distinct voice, I would agree 100%. It would have been not that hot because he has a very, very unique voice.
Yes.
Man, that's very hot. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. I think Ed Sheeran is probably the most distinct, like iconic.
Iconic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But very spicy, very spicy. Put it below. Did
Yeah.
we forget anybody? We probably forgot like 1,000 people.
Definitely.
Like 1 billion people, you know?
Yep.
All right.
But yeah. All right. So on to take number 2. And this one is also pretty out there. Eminem's 3 critically acclaimed albums, the Slim Shady LP, the Marshall Mathers LP, and the Eminem Show, haven't aged well.
Haven't aged well.
Haven't aged well. Listen, people are wilding.
For real.
That's
arguably the best 3-album run in hip hop. Arguably. And people are saying it hasn't aged well?
Hasn't aged well.
That's mad to me. That's an insane take. That's like supernova level hot take.
I've been able to think about it for a few days.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I could see it is the content that he does now would not run today.
No, for sure.
So I don't think that means it aged not well.
I think the production has held up.
The production is amazing. The songs in general catchy as hell. Like, yeah, this is a wild one.
I'm gonna just do something like this is professional, right? I'm gonna just look them up. So you're saying Marshall Mathers LP,
Slim Shady LP, and the Eminem Show.
I mean, the Eminem Show I think has held up. I know that album. I love that album.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
For me, probably a 10 out of 10. I don't know if we'll ever get to review it, but that's a very, very good album.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go off the track list. I can already tell you, like, Marshall Mathers LP has held up perfect for me.
I know.
Stan is on there. Literally put the word Stan in the dictionary. The Way I Am, perfect. The Real Slim Shady.
Yep. I know. This is one of the coldest takes.
Oh, either that or it's supernova hot. Either way, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a hot take is like a solid.
Yeah.
Like it has some merit to it.
In that sense, yes, I agree with it. It's cold. It's cold. It's frozen.
It's cold as ice. Yeah.
I'm so confused. What, do they list any? Is there any context to it? Why has it aged poorly?
That's just the tweet. That is the tweet. I mean, people just love to hate on Eminem nowadays, so I feel like
I guess
I
will say he has dropped off massively. Okay, then again, after that, it's hard to argue. I agree with you though. If there is any merit to it, it is the fact that the content within the songs and the language he uses would not fly now. And at some point, there is some areas where the humor that he tries to go for, and also especially in the music videos, is too wild. Where you go,
it's too much out.
What happened here?
That will get cancelled instantly. Nowadays.
For sure. I'm just looking up Slim Shady LP. Oh, My Name Is.
Yep.
Do you know the story behind that, by the way?
What, that they just that's the first beat that
yes.
Jay sent? Yeah.
No, he didn't send it. It's the first time they were ever together in the studio.
In the studio. Yeah.
And he just came up with that on the spot. Hi, my name is. That's wild. No, I completely ice cold.
Whoever wrote this,
be
ashamed.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Legit.
Arguably for me the greatest 3-record run. Could Kendrick Lamar is up there for Good Capacity, Damn and all that. But yes, arguably. Yep. Okay, yes, but anyway, moving along.
Yeah. All right. So the third is, speaking of Mr. Lamar.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar has already cemented himself as the greatest of all time of hip hop.
That's a very spicy take. That is I think
that's a solid take.
Solid take, and it's totally on point. I will throw a hot take of my own in there. I
all
actually
right.
didn't like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers that much because it takes too much to listen to. I feel it's not enjoyable. It's almost
heavy.
too personal. It's too, and
I could get
especially
that.
for me because I can't relate to a lot of the stuff that he is talking about there, as well as I could on earlier albums. It's not to say that it's not very well written. It's very well produced, all that stuff, but. No, it's not for me. I think. I think there's a very
Definite
real
debate.
yes.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
And on almost all accounts, right?
Yeah. I mean, even like taking anything outside the real OGs of hip hop,
Yeah.
pass the torch to him.
Yes.
Being like, nah, you gotta you're carrying hip hop from now onwards. So I mean, as impact wise, amazing. Just in general, all the albums, classics
Yeah.
upon classics.
I mean, okay,
So
you could look at it this way, right? If you look lyrically,
yeah,
I think it's not even up for debate. He's the best lyricist out there. Jit might catch up to him. He's doing very well. Denzel has been. There's some Joey Badass stuff that's very well. But the way Kendrick Lamar is able to storytell on albums is second to none. Production wise, there's always a reason why it's produced the way it is. Whether he's experimenting with jazz or funk influences or it's old school boom bap, it always works. Now, in terms of has it aged well? Every album you can revisit and it's just as fresh now as it was. I will say I don't enjoy all of them equally. Like Good Kid, Mad City is for me still the best album he's put out. I know that's a hot take probably in itself. And To Pimp a Butterfly is obviously his masterpiece, magnum opus.
Yeah.
But I think that's a very hot take, and I think there's like obviously you have some like Dr. Dre could be up there. Tupac, Biggie, Nas. Nas is probably Eminem. A good shout. Eminem. But I don't think that's far out to call Kendrick. Jay-Z, of course, yes. Yeah. Some people will probably pull up Lil Wayne in this. So but I think it's very solid hot take.
Yeah, it's a very good hot take. I feel like it definitely has potential. I would say but then again, he's already put out a lot of music because back in the day, people's argument why he wouldn't be in the GOAT debate yet was
not big
he
enough.
hasn't been in the game long enough. Like he hasn't put out enough music to be. But nowadays, I mean, what
do you think he would have to do to become unanimously the GOAT? Does he just continue
and keep going the way he's going? Like not like Eminem's albums went like downhill a lot, but Kendrick's has stayed up
consistently good. Yes,
amazingly. So I think just keep doing what he's doing until he retires, and he will probably grab that title.
Do you think there is any merit to the fact that he's kind of already retiring in a sense by pushing Baby Keem as hard as he is and being him being the protege and all that?
Maybe.
Because I feel like I will say if I'm Kendrick, I think. I don't know, but I would imagine that even he's coming to a point where he goes, okay, I've now dealt with all the stuff at the same time, and I went at it from different angles. And I would say it's very enticing to see him work with Baby Keem and the
yes, for sure,
the way they interact with each other and stuff. So I hope they do a full length album and really push each other. But I also feel it could also be a time where Kendrick transitions more into being label head and album curator for other people and try and matchmake and be a protege for people.
So I agree.
But yeah,
very good take. Very, very solid take.
Thank you, sir. All right, should we do a fourth one?
Should we?
Yeah, do it.
All right. So, and this one is wild and as well. The best music of all time ended in the 2000s. Ended.
So we've already peaked, is what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
That's a very.
And I feel like this is cold as shit.
I agree.
I feel like this is people being stuck in the past, not being able to.
Yeah. That's like old man yells at cloud.
Not experience good new music and not obviously the 90s and the 80s had fucking classics.
Oh yeah,
classics upon classics. But who's to say that in 20 odd years today won't be the same classics?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very genre dependent, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's any argument that like rock music and especially classic rock music like Led Zeppelin did probably peak in the 60s, 70s and somewhere early 80s. Because that was when the genre was still new and people were still innovating on it. And I feel like we're getting almost to that point in hip hop now where it's 30 years, it's been 3 decades. Now we're actually going to see what hip hop becomes and how much of a long lasting effect it has. But I think just throwing that out as a hot take without having any reasons
basis,
as to what basis, it's kind of it's very cold, ice cold, like minus a gazillion degrees. How would we know? How would we know? But
yeah. This I feel like this is a very close-minded take.
Yeah, there's not a lot to debate either because we have no idea, and it's just it's almost there's an open standpoint, right? Like I'm just gonna take this and call it mine. I'm gonna throw it out there. This hot take is available. I'll take it. Yeah, but exactly. I don't think that's a lot to debate.
Yep.
All right. I think that's the very first segment, I guess.
I guess so. So if you want to see more hot takes, throw them in the comments. We will go over them. Doesn't necessarily need to be music. Can be for anything you could think of. Throw some fucking hot takes in the comments. We are also going to be reviewing singles. So if you have any nice singles we could review, also drop them down below. With that, I would, thank you.
I guess that's it.
For watching. Leave a like, subscribe, ring-a-ding the bell, and that's it.
See ya, peeps.
Bye.